What's up, nerds? Nerd Piece here.
Okay, enough goofing around. So today I want to talk about the close relationship between One Piece and the Dragon Ball series. I'll do this by presenting you with some similarities between character designs and certain concepts. It's no secret that Akira Toriyama has had a major influence on Ichiro Oda.
You may notice my weak Japanese pronunciation skills. That's the best you can do with 2 years of Genki.
So it's worthy to note in a Q&A between Oda and Toriyama in One Piece art book Color Walk 1, Oda referred to Toriyama as a legend in a different dimension. And when they asked him about what he thought about when he created Luffy, he said, manliness. Dragon Ball has already done all the things that a child could possibly be happy about. So I used that as a basis to start from, so I didn't go against it. Okay, since we're on the subject of Luffy anyway, let's talk about similarities he shares with Goku. I mean, food is probably one of the biggest ones. Goku loves to eat, it's no secret. Ever since Dragon Ball when he was a kid, he's gone through Roshi's fridge and eating people's food, eating multiple plates, just always chowing down. And Luffy isn't any different. I mean, the dude is known for shrekking food 20 times his size and eating a bunch of servings and then going back to normal size. And another thing is Goku is really carefree, doesn't go by the rules, follows his instincts, which puts people in jeopardy sometimes, kind of like the whole universal survival arc. And Luffy, he's also pretty carefree, doesn't think before he acts, and you see this just about every new adventure they start. He's just like taking off, not really planning anything. And let's talk about the origins too. Okay, so really Goku's origins made him something before he even knew it. I mean, he was an alien from a warrior race sent out for the purpose of destroying Earth as a villain, but he did the opposite, becoming a hero and saving it. And his dad was a revolutionary. Luffy was the grandson of a Navy hero and was expected to become a Navy hero, but did the opposite, becoming a kind of anti-hero pirate instead. And his dad was a revolutionary.
Some people even think Luffy's design itself came from Dragon Ball Z, but we all know that's just a rumor. Wink, wink.
Okay, let's take a look at Luffy's gear transformations. I want to look specifically at Gear 2nd and Gear 4. So these gear forms are essentially power multipliers that increase strength and speed. Gear 2nd is one that greatly increases Luffy's speed and his power. It's not unlike Goku's Kaioken, which essentially does the same thing but takes a toll on the body. I mean, both Luffy's Gear 2nd and Kaioken have tremendous effects on the body. Luffy's Gear 2nd just takes more of his lifespan, I guess, because all the adrenaline pumping. And in Goku's case, it's more of you can permanently damage yourself. You see his muscles get messed up and he has spasms after he uses it. We've seen it a couple times, like in his fight with Vegeta, or when he's done it when he was in his blue form. And both forms are a reddish color, but I digress. So, Gear 4. In terms of a multiplier, it's Luffy's ultimate form. His body changes in accordance with his fruit ability and his haki to give him like the maximum output of his ability with speed and power, making it his most powerful form to date, not counting his additional forms that he can turn into in that form. And Goku's Super Saiyan 4 changes his body's appearance, presumably in accordance with his true nature, giving him the power of the Saiyan Great Ape mixed with the Super Saiyan multiplier to push his strength to the greatest heights. So if you look closely at Luffy's Gear 4, you can notice key features like the color of the arms and the circle under the eyes that could draw a person to say it was Super Saiyan 4 inspired. And both multipliers essentially serve the same function. They draw from all of the abilities of the user and push them to the maximum depth. Luffy's being a utilization between his haki and his fruit power, and Goku's being his original Saiyan Ozaru and the Super Saiyan multiplier. And Luffy isn't the only character or thing in One Piece that kind of shows a nod to DBZ. If you take a look at Franky's top gang member of the Franky family, Zanbai, for instance, his hair, the body armor, the broke eyeglass clearly resemble Vegeta. And even his whole squad, it looks really Saiyan inspired. And there's also the scene when Luffy and the gang cross the red line and meet up with Dr. Crocus inside of Laboon. There's like a tiny island, and you see Crocus in the chair reading a magazine. It looks really similar to Roshi at Kami House, sitting outside reading his like dirty magazines or whatever, nose bleeding and whatnot. And also, power levels. So, I think his name is Fukoru from CP9. Like, he can sense people's power levels, like when they kick him, and the ability he has is really similar to what's in DBZ. They kind of added a little bit more, giving him like making him a natural scouter, because he can like predict the numbers, so he doesn't really need the scouter.
And their power levels were not even over 9,000.
One that really sticks out to me is the Drum Kingdom arc. So in the Drum Kingdom arc, when Luffy kind of ran into Wapol, and Wapol took advantage of the situation and kind of scuffed him up before he had to climb Drum Tower, and then he had to get to the top of the tower after kind of having this little skirmish. So it's similar, because in Dragon Ball, when Goku was a kid, he had to fight with General Tao, who pretty much beat him down. And then he had to climb Korin's tower, and he had to do it while from having a skirmish. You can kind of see the similarities there. I have to say, the best and most memorable nod to DBZ in One Piece was in the Thriller Bark arc. So during the scene where Sanji finds out that Absalom took Nami and is planning to marry her, plus he has the invisible fruit, he just kind of loses everything and just has this big power explosion. His hair starts rising up, and then everyone's just kind of looking at him like, whoa, what's going on? And then Zoro, not missing a beat, just says to Chopper, don't say anything else to him. I think he might turn into something. Clearly referencing he might turn into a Super Saiyan if he gets any more angry. And we all know that the Super Saiyan transformation originally was sparked from strong emotions of anger. And there are plenty of other DBZ nods in One Piece. And who knows, maybe one day we'll see a One Piece nod in a future installment of Dragon Ball. After all, Toriyama is a fan. So leave your comments below and tell me what homages to Dragon Ball, or maybe another anime, have you noticed in One Piece?
And don't forget to subscribe, nerds.